Attorney Jonathan Elson, reminding you that if you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important to have somebody on your side. When you need a lawyer,
then you need Nelson.
Mathew Ursua was once again in district court in front of Judge Robert Lane on Monday here in Pahrump. Ursua was arrested for harassment and stalking after he was accused of allegedly sending numerous threatening and harassing messages to several females around Pahrump. Many of the messages had explicit depictions of rape between Ursua and a subject, one female that he worked with at a local real estate company here in town, complained that Ursua was stalking her at home and at work. Ursua for a short time worked here at KPVM-TV. Coming from Hawaii to pursue journalism, it was discovered that he had written a published book that he suffered from schizophrenia and autism and how it had ruined his career. Ursua was able to obtain a real estate license. During court, the defendant was ordered in July by the judge that he must stay away and have no contact with his victim, and he was also ordered to stay away from the town of Pahrump. His attorney at that time told the judge that he was returning to Hawaii. He now says that Ursua is homeless on the streets of Los Angeles.
The problem that we're having, Judge, is that immediately after court, within just hours after court, Mr. Ursua has been making contact with people, Ronnie Boscovich, among them a number of members of the DA's office, Crystal Barajas, Cassie Ward, sending disturbing and even bordering on frightening email messages to these people. Now, to his credit, he has stayed away from the victim and or has not been communicating with the victim or her family, but has been making these harassing, threatening kind of emails. And it's my opinion that we need to have Mr. Ursua admonished very strongly if he's continues in this kind of conduct, that he's going to be put in jail. He has 3 6-month misdemeanor sentences hanging over his head, one for harassment, one for disturbing the peace, and I believe the other for stalking, misdemeanor stalking, which he has stipulated the 3 6-month sentences to run consecutively. So he's facing a potential 18 months in the Nye County Gray Bar Motel for this type of conduct. And he doesn't seem to have, it hasn't sunk into his head, or it doesn't appear, that he is to avoid contact with anyone in Nye County, period.
My concern is that his situation has deteriorated so badly, I believe he's not competent at this point. So I do want to clarify for the record that Mr. Ursua was not here on the 25th. I did call him and indicate that the court had extended a no contact order to include anyone in Nye County. So I did make him aware of that. But
Ursua's social media accounts give a full account of his current mindset. He recorded several messages on YouTube prior to his court hearing recently for his family members. The Chief Deputy District Attorney, Brent Percival, tells the court that Mr. Ursua even emailed several individuals, including attorneys, harassing, threatening emails prior to coming to court. Judge Robert Lane made the decision to revoke Ursua's own recognizance release, take him into custody, and send him for a mental health evaluation at Lakes Crossing. Ursua will be held there until the evaluation is complete, a report made, and the decision made by the court. It's unclear at this time if any further charges will be filed.
I'm sorry, September 26th at 11 o'clock?
that should work, assuming I'm out of my jury trial. If there's a problem, I can file something to put it on calendar.
All right. We're setting it for an evidentiary hearing. We're going to remand Mr. Ursua into custody so that we can have the psychiatrist come in and evaluate him. And you will work with with the district attorney's office regarding exchanging the witness list and the statements. And see whether or not we're going to take him off of the informal probation and enter a judgment of conviction. and sentence him. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.